So
now we're recording.
Oh,
right.
happy Thursday.
Show him my shirt, Bryan.
Again.
Hold on.
Man, you can't wear that. You haven't watched the show.
What's
you
it
should
say?
Watch the show.
It says, Donnie, you go ahead and read it.
It says, that's what I do. I smoke cigars and I know things.
You're damn right.
Isn't
And
what
that,
it's saying?
folks, is episode motherfucking 12. Holy shit.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.
Warning label on it. I want to get it out of the way right now.
So what Donnie's
Let's get out of
talking
the way.
about, because you guys didn't hear during the intro, Jake brought in some spicy...
I did. Which camera's on, Bryan?
I got all three cameras on right now.
All right, so we have spontaneous
There we go.
combustion.
Oh, God.
We have Katie's Carolina Reaper beef jerky.
Hey, Katie. I hope
and we
she's
have
hot.
We have carnivore candy creeping Reaper.
That looks awful.
Candy, I bet you it's like sweet in the beginning.
It's hold that one back up. The carnivore candy. Thomas pointed out earlier. It looks just like the Disturbed guy.
Actually, there's a bunch of seeds in that one, so I bet you that one's hot.
We gonna learn
That's what
today.
I'm talking about. That one looks terrible.
Actually, so this, I didn't even know Jake even brought jerky in, so that's going to be fun.
I don't want to do it, man.
This stuff is sticky.
Let's see, I
with
got
the hot.
coffee and I got beer over here, so we should be all right.
What?
To cleanse my palate.
I want just a little
We're gonna have the spontaneous combustion here first, guys.
spontaneous combustion. Don't touch your eyes or anything.
Don't touch your dick.
I don't touch that either.
I'm only taking like a bite out of this if I gotta do all three. I ain't...
Here, take the little one then, Thomas.
So we don't have any like major plot to this here show. It's episode 12, like I said
Ever.
earlier.
Actually.
Yeah, ever. We just start talking and shit happens.
Here you go, Bryan.
Jacob's
we
hair.
smoke
Before we got
cigars and no things.
before we get into much, I just want to show appreciation to the folks that help run this show. A lot of people ask how can they
good.
support the podcast. I do actually get that question
A
often.
lot of people ask that.
Not a lot. I get enough.
Everyone says it.
I get enough people asking that question. So here's the way. There's a few ways to support the podcast. First thing is DVS Designs. You guys see that shirt Donnie's wearing right there?
Oh yeah.
So that particular shirt right there, DVS Designs makes that shirt for us.
It's on the
Shoe
sleeve
buddy.
too.
And the way that you can purchase that shirt is if you're watching this video and or if you're listening to on certain platforms like Spotify, you can go scroll down to the descriptions area and there's a link to buy that shirt. Also, if you go to our Facebook page, there's also a link to buy that shirt too. And there's a little button that says buy now. Again, that's DVS Designs that makes it. And you can go through different forms of social media to buy it. They have a website just for that shirt. And we thank you very much because little bits of that shirt also it helps support a local small business and it helps support the podcast at the same time.
Very handy business.
You damn right. That's Kyle Rutherford and his wife, if you guys didn't know. All right, so Mr. Clippo.
First up,
yeah. Also,
spontaneous combustion.
hold on, I
this
got
over
more
with.
shit. I have to show appreciation.
Come on, Bryan.
I want to show appreciation.
Good Lord, we'll put it in your fucking mouth, and I'm just gonna
All right,
talk.
let's do this.
All right.
Right.
So also DJ Russticals. I know you guys hear the commercial that we run. DJ Russticals makes some of the best music in the industry for people that want a demo. Again, you can go to his website, which is djrusticals.com, and use promo code After Dark. You get, I believe it's 10% off your
That's a
order.
really good flavor.
And nobody gives a shit because everybody's just.
We hear you, Bryan.
I have to say these things because I appreciate these folks. So djrusticals.com, use promo code After Dark, get you 10% off, and also helps support the podcast. Also, we have Amazon links, so and all this stuff's on the bottom of the description if you guys scroll down, whether on your YouTube or Spotify or whatever. We've got Amazon affiliate links that does help support the podcast. It's just for Sundown equipment, so if you purchase your Sundown equipment through Amazon using that link, we do get a small kickback from it, and I thank you very much for doing that.
Hell yeah.
And that's it for the support side of things. So what the hell are we eating here?
We've been eating the spontaneous combustion ghost pepper jerky.
That was actually really good.
Tear a piece off of there, Thomas.
It was really good flavor.
Donnie, tear your little piece off of there.
Flavor.
I just want to say, because this is driving me nuts,
Bryan, tear your little piece off of there.
Jacob, your hair has like quills in the back.
I know, man. Isn't that cool?
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's a little piece, whatever.
Does anyone else see this?
Jake's hair has its
Dude,
own
they're like...
zip code now. His hair just keeps getting bigger and bigger. He
All right, I'm
refuses
going to
get
eat a big
haircut.
manly-sized piece here of the Katie's Carolina Reaper beef jerky.
It's all hot, yeah, but it tastes really good too. It's not ridiculous. Nothing like the peanut.
The first one had a lot of really good flavor.
For
This one's okay. It's god.
for those that wonder what the hell we're doing, sometimes we like to eat hot shit.
Katie's Carolina Reaper.
And
Like stupid hot.
the best example of that is if you go to our Facebook page, we have a video. It's like a 30-minute video of us doing the Death Nut Challenge. Hottest thing we've ever put in our mouth.
That shit is for the birds.
Yep. So if you guys are just watching this on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify or whatever, check out Sundown After Dark on Facebook.
Good for you, man.
Oh, that one's definitely hotter.
Yeah, that one's hotter.
Sundown After Dark on Facebook. You can see us all die a miserable death while eating a peanut.
Apparently, people laughed a lot at me.
Yeah.
Yes, Donnie, you were very funny.
Dan Horner called the other day.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Just to tell me that my pain was hilarious. He's like, "Yeah, me and my wife
It's
thought
because you were like hooting and
Thomas,
hollering.
get your piece out of there, Thomas.
You're like,
it was so hot. That was so intense, man."
We'll split that
it
one,
was
Donnie.
fun. And then you went to the bathroom
Donnie.
and shat and threw up at the same time.
Grab you a big old
Yeah.
piece there, Brian.
Oh, that's the little. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
That's what you get, Brian.
All right, I need to show these people. Look at this. Look at this.
I don't
Look how many seeds are on
Yeah.
that. This is gonna hurt.
This is the Creeping Reaper. You guys ready?
I'm just gonna put it on.
I'm
my mouth.
down with the sickness.
1, 2, 3, go.
You're going to give yourself the sickness.
I love the
itis.
texture. I love the texture.
Texture's nice.
So that's a shout out to Carnivore Candy here.
If I made jerky, it would be that texture.
Yeah,
Yes, it's hot.
it's not that bad.
That's
Eating
good.
anything Reaper is like rolling the dice of like
Yeah.
That
you
one's not
might
that
give
bad.
yourself
No, it wasn't
some
that bad.
like
It's really tasty.
voluntarily food poisoning.
It's a slow kicking, but it definitely
The hottest one was the second one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Man, that shit was good.
Did you notice the second one was drier and tougher?
Yeah. The
Have
first
another
one,
piece of that Carnivore Candy.
I kind of want another piece of the first one. The first one was my favorite because I felt like it had the best flavor. But I agree with Bryan. I do like the texture.
Got my nose tingling.
This has become like a jerky show now. Yeah. That's what we do is jerky.
Let's go get a jerky sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what did I have going? Oh, before,
Actually, I don't
all right. So between now and the commercial, I just kind of wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to go over the messages that people have left and voicemails.
They fixed the train track.
Yeah, train track's done. We don't have to hear all
They
that. shit
finally
again.
fixed it.
It's hard for me to talk now with all this spice in my mouth. All the salivation going on.
That's the challenge, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, now that we got some heat going on, let's go ahead and pull up some questions. Now, folks, again, for people that are interested in messaging us when it comes or asking questions in general, whether it has to do technical questions or something that's going on in the future at Sundown, or maybe you have a question about the past or whatever, or a question for us individually, you go to our Facebook page and you shoot us a message through there, or you can call us, and I'll give you that number here in a minute. We're going to go ahead and go through the actual messages on Facebook. Now, the first one I will answer because I get this question every single day here at Sundown, and Donnie knows that. All right, the question is, he says, this is Michael Williams. He says, I have been out of the audio world for several years and looking to put a system in my 2016 Silverado double cab. He says, I'm looking at installing a front firing box, but was curious if 8s or 10s would be the best for the truck. Also, if 1 or 2 would also work. So here's the thing. It's truck specifically, excuse me, I don't know. But I will tell you this. I get this question a lot. One of my biggest answers is, a lot of people want to try to fit as much as they can under their seats. Usually, they have very limited mounting depth, so they're going to have to go with our SD series in a sealed enclosure. Or if you've got around, let's say, 9 inches in the front of the back seat,
Giggity.
you kind of want to go with 8s front firing, just like he mentioned. And you can do either 2 or 4, but make sure you have them like 2 on one side, 2 on the other, maybe port down the center. And the way you would do that is you've got, let's say, let's do it this way. Let's just say you've got your back seat, just under it, a front fascia board. It's either got 2 woofers or 4 woofers, 2 on each side, and your port down the center. All right. So each box would be a net volume of 1.5 cubic foot, so that's 0.75 per woofer. And then you can have your port down the middle where it shares, and it tees off into each enclosure.
Front firing then.
Yeah, that's front firing. So everything, if you're looking at just under the seat, you see 4 or 2 woofers depending on your situation, and you see a port like where the center hump is.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a box, but you don't see all this. All you see is a front fascia board with just some woofers and a port. But behind that, there's a separate box and a separate port. That port's actually considered external, where it makes an L shape and comes into the box, the back of the box, or the back side of the box. So anyway, 1.75 cubic foot for 2 woofers is all you need, and then you want your port to be like,
It's got a fuse on it.
God, I don't remember. I think it's like 9 square inches. Oh, no, that's for, it'll be like 22 square inches, I believe, to go into each side. Anyway, 26 inches long usually gets you about 35 hertz of tuning, and that should work. I get this answer every fucking day.
Shoot, buddy.
Or this question every day.
It was nice and hot, buddy.
Yep, and that shit's hot.
The jerky's hot.
Don't get the hiccups.
Now, let's see what else we got going on here.
Also, we're drinking the Champagne of beers here.
Oh.
I haven't had this since
Natty Light.
I was in Vegas. The first time I was in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is more of a question for Jake because
It is
ETAs
terrible.
are more for him. I'm going to make this bigger so you guys can see it. All right. Projected ETA of the new 12Ks. Also, why don't you... Oh, okay. Let's start with the first one and we'll go to the second one. So the first question is ETA on the new 12Ks.
That would be the Salt 12K. Unfortunately, I don't have a really solid time on that. So I'm just going to kind of wing it and say probably towards the end of the year.
This is Austin Simmons, by the way. And his next question is also, why don't the 4-channel amps have a 10x button? We've got
That's the-
4-channel amps.
The SAE specifically, it's just a cost thing. You got to go up to the premium model to get that feature.
Yeah, that would be the SAX model. Does have the 10x button. And if people aren't sure what a 10x button is, basically, when you're setting your high pass crossover, it goes from like I forget what it goes to, something to 500 or something to 1,000. And don't quote me on that, I forget. But basically, it multiplies your crossover
10
point
times?
10 times,
Oh, okay.
and which is meant for tweeters, basically.
Okay.
So you can run.
Oh, that's what we
you-
were talking about earlier.
So you
too.
can run channels
Yeah, yeah.
1 and 2 or 2 and
second
3
one's
on your tweeters. That's
All
what
right,
that's
so
for.
let's get to his third question. Is there a ZV6 coming? Yes, sir. I'm working on the design right now. I eventually want to transition the Z to a Neo motor, but I'm not ready for that yet. I haven't. The technology's not mature enough.
Didn't you post a picture recently about that?
I
Like
did.
your
I
drawing?
put a rough sketch up of my graph paper drawing, and that's what that was. That
Was
a-
it on your
my personal Facebook?
Personal Facebook.
Was that the one
Okay.
you spilled coffee on?
It's the one I spilled coffee on. Yeah. So yes, it's not a huge departure from the ZV5.
But it's everything the ZV5 should have been. Is that what you're getting
I
at?
wouldn't say that. It's just kind of just after a couple years of the ZV5 being out, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to try this and that and this. So, top plate is slightly thicker. The magnet size is not much different, but instead of being a triple stack, it's a quad stack. That really doesn't mean anything to you, the consumer. 'Cause
People go crazy over, how many magnets is in
yeah.
it?
Well, the current ZV5 magnet, each one is really thick. And that works great, and we only need 3 magnets. The problem is the yield at the factory on those magnets is really low
Yeah.
because they are so thick. So instead of using 3 34s to get 102, I'm just going to use 4 25s and get 100 millimeter height. Basically the same.
Yep.
And then like I showed with the new SA, I'm also tooling those magnets with bolt holes in it to bolt the motor all the way through together.
Those
Those are the main differences.
I'm just kind of scrolling through here to see what kind of questions we've got. When will you get some kind of audio app? Hey, that's actually a good. Let's talk about that.
I'm talking to a guy about developing an app for me now.
This is Kendrell.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Kendrell. He sent us a message. It says, when will we get a Sundown audio app?
Yeah, I have a guy who's doing some rough draft stuff for me right now. I want to have an app where you can load all of our woofer parameters and maybe like amp measurements and things like that. Just like a basic information app. That's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. Seems a lot of companies go to that. And you know, it's not too expensive to do anymore.
No.
It used to be. Like if you've got like a website platform that you go through, I don't know what we do, to be honest with
Basically,
you.
we would probably just have we'd build like a database on the server and it would call it
I know when I was running like Directronics and I was using, I think, domain.com. How you doing over there, Donnie?
Train!
What do I look bad?
Oh, yeah, kind of. You having a
Look
rough.
like you're stressing.
I will say my mouth is still on
It's
fire.
hot. It's hot. I didn't
Anyway.
know I looked bad. I'm sorry, but I think it's cool that Kendrell has a little pop. Kendrell.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Kendrell. All right. Steve Herman. Let's see what he's got going on here. You guys stated the difference between NSV48 basket and the Orion basket. What's the difference between NSV48 basket and the Pride UFO basket?
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with that basket, although I know it does have like the mounting ears on it. But like, I don't even think that they look very similar at all. Like I know Pride has like, I think they have like 2 screws, then the logo, and then 2 screws. You know, it's basically the same thing that we realize. You know, it's just, you know, when you're getting your spider really big, which they use big spiders. You know, it's hard to get a good bite with your screw. So
Instead of making a square or a circle, we're making a square.
Yeah, so
well, sort of.
I'm not super familiar with that basket, but I know it. I believe it looks more like a 12-spoke overall. Brian, you could probably pull it up on the screen real quick.
What's that?
The Pride Car Audio UFO.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, they have a website. Type in like Pride Car Audio.
Pride Car Audio.
Yeah, maybe our people can see it. What he's talking about. Yeah, that should be
That's
fine.
Euro.
It doesn't matter.
Oh well.
I thought he was asking
Products,
about
go
the
to products here.
Orion basket.
And once I pull
There
it
it
up,
is, right there, Brian, down there.
This? Okay.
Yeah, that's the basket.
All right, let's show the folks.
It's got like
Yeah,
ridges.
it's
That's
UFO.
not.
Go
That's
over
not
here.
the speaker.
It's the UFO
The-
series. Keep going down. You'll see it.
I bet it
Ridges,
does.
Like all the way
ridges,
down.
like the potato chip.
There we go.
Yeah.
I like the ridges.
It's got that somewhat squared off mounting
Yeah, yeah.
flange.
So like, pull up a bigger picture up and see if there's.
Oh yeah, I
if
see.
if it lets me.
Yeah, and just like
Cool.
scroll over a little bit.
It won't go any bigger.
Yeah, right there. So you see, that really doesn't look anything like my basket at all.
No. It's actually more like a 12-spoke basket with a different
Yeah.
mounting flange.
Yeah, that's their own tooling. That's their own thing.
Yeah.
Has really nothing to do with us.
If you
or
guys
Orion.
looked when, on the last episode when Jake was showing it off, basically it's got that squared off look, but on the inside it's totally different than anybody else's frame.
Wait,
Yeah.
so they're saying that looks like the
It's just 'cause-
Nightshade 9-inch?
It's just because it has the squared off mounting flange.
doesn't look anything
Yeah.
like
Yeah, let's go to that 4th picture. I want to see it a little bit more because this is a cool woofer. Actually, I think it's really neat. Yeah, that really looks absolutely nothing like our basket.
Oh, is that venting?
That's a Neo motor. It's a little Neo.
I wish I could
pillars.
get the picture bigger.
Yeah, that's a really cool sub. Pride's out of Russia.
Yeah. And so this is their European website, I guess we're on.
Yeah.
All right. So the other question was, how often is the yard sale updated now that it's on your main website? Will there be announcements when it's updated? So here's the deal. I can answer this one. We update as much as we can. We're very busy, all of us here at work here. So essentially, it is a cart system. So if it's put in the cart system originally, anytime somebody buys something and it's out of stock, then it's out of stock and it
Yep.
won't show that it's in stock. I'd say weekly or bi-weekly we try to throw more items in
Yeah.
there, and there's actually a whole lot of stuff that's still not on the yard sale page. And if you're not sure what the yard sale page is, let's show the people. I think we've already went through this before, but why not?
Why not?
Let's go ahead and show the folks again. So on the main page of sundownaudio.com, you can click on the top right-hand corner, or if you're on mobile, it'd be on the little thing. Anyway, you click here, and it's the Sundown yard sale page. And the yard sale items, for those, again, who aren't sure, are items that just did not pass quality control and or items that have been traded in or used. And so we've got a bunch of just random stuff in here. Just stuff we need to get rid of. It used to be on a forum, which was cardioclassifieds.org. We decided to make an actual cart system page. That way it was a little easier to keep up with inventory.
We do not have those VFL 8Ks anymore.
We just sold them. Just sold
Yeah,
them.
they're gone.
Literally just sold them.
Which is great because we've had them for a while.
Yeah.
So, yep, that's it, guys, when it comes to that. All right, let's see what else we got going on here for questions. I think that's it
You
on
had
the...
that, who was that guy that had that really long thing that you were talking to?
It was Andrew
That guy?
Klein. He was showing off an install. I don't know if there was an actual question in there. I never
A
read
bunch
it.
of stuff up top. What did he say up top?
Let's see here.
There we go. There's my question.
Right, yeah, there. That being said, here's my question.
Oh. Well, Donnie, you want to read that? I don't feel like reading.
The whole
This
thing?
this right here.
Read the part where it says, that being said, here's my question.
That being said, here's my question. I have always gravitated to brands like Phi because they are very clearly handmade and have unique aesthetics as well as perform really well. Could you possibly compare some of your offerings to theirs? Question mark. I have been in big builds with both companies, and obviously they both can get down. I'm asking for more of a technology under the hood perspective. So I guess he's asking about similarities between Sundown and Phi.
Yeah,
I will say this.
The question would have to be a little bit more specific because they have a really broad.
Yeah, we're not going to sit here and knock FI because they actually make some very good products.
Yeah, they do.
And
So
they're,
it's
they're
not Phi, it's Fi.
it's whatever you want to call it.
I'm not sure actually. We should.
I've heard
I've
people
always
say
said
Phi.
I've always said FI
yeah, me too.
I've always heard
because
people
there's
say
FI, there's RE, and
Yeah.
there's other companies. Anyway,
Wait, didn't Phi have that big ass
I like
woofer?
the 22 at
Yeah.
CS
At
show.
CS, yeah.
massive fucking woofer.
Yeah.
They had to bring it in on like a
So I mean,
forklift.
really, honestly,
yeah,
both
yeah.
of us do our own thing,
Yep.
and it's just our stuff is just completely different. We have
Ours is
different.
geared more towards loud musical.
I'm not even
woofers.
sure if I would even go that far because like their stuff sounds pretty good too.
Yeah.
It's just it's totally different. The owner of Phi was actually the former owner of RE. He has his own design philosophy and he does his own thing, and none of it is anything at all like anything that I do. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
just two totally different.
yeah,
companies.
it's just there's almost no overlap between our product designs, and that's great. I love to see someone just doing their own thing.
They're the ones that got that big ass black bus, aren't they? Didn't they just recently build that?
I don't know.
Because all the shows, it's like an actual school
Might
bus.
be.
I think it's FI.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
cool.
yeah, like you know, Scott originated a lot of stuff in cardio. Like back when he was doing RE, he did the MT, which was like one of the best SPL subs for a long time. It was I think at the time one of the first woofers to even use a 220 millimeter magnet slug and super tight gap, solid pole. You know, like it was a really damn fine sub for SPL.
I see a lot of people when they use FI woofers, they are 18-inch. I don't know what it is, but apparently
I
people
don't know.
love their 18-inch woofers.
I don't know, man. I don't
Again,
know if that's true or not.
We
but
don't really know a whole lot about them other than they make a good product, and we're not here to knock them.
I know that.
I'm a little more familiar with their older products. You know, I haven't really looked at it too much lately.
What was that big one again? It was like a 24.
22, I believe, and it was a
22.
modular basket.
They took that to JP's shop, and JP did like a video. I don't know if you've seen that,
Yes.
where he kind of like broke it down and everything.
Was that
Yeah.
the big thing hanging from like chains?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it. That was it.
Yes.
Yeah, those
That
guys,
thing
those
was
guys
big.
just they do their own thing, and you know it's really admirable what they do. They do all the machine work on the steel and the motors in house and
Yeah.
things like that. You know, so it's pretty cool, man. Like
It's
you
a
know,
good home-built, American-made.
yeah, as
company.
much American as they possibly can. You know. And,
America.
you know, one thing I like to point out to people is that, you know, that's not Scott's first business. He started out with RE, which is a little bit more like us, where they would bring in a lot of parts and they would put it together. He sold that out.
Scott Boudoir.
No, this is Atwell.
Atwell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then he sold that business out, and he was like, hey, you know, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. He was like, hey, he went and did other stuff for a while, came back, bought a bunch of, you know, machinery to, like, do all that work.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't his first rodeo, you know. So they do their own thing, though. That's really all I'm trying to say.
Who David Moore used to build for? Was that
It was RE.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to work for Scott.
okay? I know there was a connection there somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Crazy
while we're talking about
bastard.
David Moore, that's fixmyspeaker.com, who also
Also
owns
PSI.
PSI. Pink Star Industries. He is a Sundown authorized builder. So if you guys want anything built not by Sundown but using Sundown parts,
He's a very
Welcome
busy
to use
guy.
him.
Just so you know.
he is very busy, but he's extremely good at what he does.
Extremely good.
I'd love to get him on the show.
He's
one day,
arguably the fastest subwoofer builder that I've ever seen.
but he stays that busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I didn't even think it was possible
Dude.
for anyone to build woofers that fast.
Did anybody hear that?
That almost sounded
What
like
the
a train
fuck was
derailed.
That sound?
Did you not hear that, Jake?
Well, that one guy in our comments told us the train would derail if they didn't do that other shit right.
Yeah, they probably did it wrong.
something happened.
That
Yeah.
sounded really.
Hell, if the building starts falling apart.
I think we're okay.
All right, so as always, Ginger Ale has sent us a message,
Ginger
or
ale.
an email, or voicemail. Here's the phone number,
Thanks,
folks. It is
Ginger Ale.
252-969-005. Again, 252-969-005.
Brian, you got to write it down on paper for
I
me.
do, it's
so I
right
can
here.
read it in Spanish sometime for
Here you go.
Sam Dunn again.
You want to do that? Let's
right.
do that.
I can't read your writing. Holy shit.
It's rough.
Is it 252-969-0005?
Sure thing.
252-969-005. Llama ya.
That last part, yabba job.
Llama ya. That's what they always say. It means call now.
Oh, okay. Well, for our Spanish folks that maybe wants to call in, Jake can understand you.
But this is the thing about Spanish numbers. That's significantly less efficient to say numbers in Spanish because most of their numbers have 2 syllables and most of the numbers in English have 1 syllable.
Uh,
This is a fact.
1,
Except for 7. 7 has 2.
All right. So
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Kendrell has sent
That
us
is
2
so dead.
voicemails. Let's go ahead and hear those bad boys. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it doesn't want to work. Let's try this again.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? It's your number 1 fan.
Yep.
Number one.
I just watched
It sounds like you heard
11.
me.
You guys are nuts. Thomas was on one.
What?
Real quick. The reason
Kendall
Ginger
thinks you're
Ale
crazy.
does not bother me at
I
all
am.
is because I hear it all the time. As you guys know, I'm a respiratory therapist.
Oh, he's talking about his name,
Generally,
Ginger
when I
Ale.
go into an elderly patient's room and I say, "Hi, my name is Ginger Ale. I'm with respiratory," the first thing I get back is, "Did you say ginger ale?" So I've heard
Yeah.
it for years now, so that doesn't bother me in the slightest. We always see Jake talking about subwoofers. My question is, which amplifier is his favorite amongst the ones that you guys have released? I know mine is the SAZ 3500D because I had 4 of them at one time and they were awesome amps. So, Jake, which amplifier is your favorite?
That's a tough question. You know, we've sold a lot of amps over the years, but I'm going to have to say it's honestly my 1500D V1. It's just, it's what started the whole company, man. That's
Yeah.
what put Sundown on the map.
Totally.
It was a killer amp. I mean, they're still out there in the field today, to this day, those amps.
I remember
Sure.
seeing you pack those things.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's just, I mean, it's what started it all. It was a good amp. There's nothing to complain about it. Just a solid performer, and it's always. I actually keep one in my office to this day.
Yep. My favorite, if you don't mind, is the new SAE 5-channel, which is the 1100.5. I like 5-channel amps because you only need 1 amp to do the whole damn system.
Yeah, it's a pretty
And
sweet.
ours is pretty damn stout. The 5th channel goes down to 1 ohm and is 800 watts. Or has
Sure.
the ability to do an 800 watts. So, and we're at one point we were working on a 6-channel amp and this, that, and the other. I like amps, big amps that can do everything in
Yeah.
one shot.
I'm
That's
still
just-
piddling
this is
around
what
with
I
the
like to
6
do.
channel. That would be a staggered 6-channel, whereas like the front channels are the lowest power, then a little bit more. Then the
Yep.
last 2 channels would actually be the most power, and they would also be bridgeable down to a lower load.
So you can do a true 3-way system with that.
Yeah, you could do a 3-way system, or you could use it as a 5-channel, which was my goal with that stout channels
Yeah.
5 and 6. My goal for that amp was that if you bridge channels 5 and 6, you would get about 1200 watts.
Yeah, that's pretty kick-ass.
I'm still working on it. We got 2 prototypes from the build house, and I just wasn't happy with either one.
Excuse me.
So that's it for the questions for...
That's all we got.
That's all we got. That's all we got. There was a
I
couple...
thought Ginger Ale had 2. Is that Ginger
Oh,
Ale
shit.
too?
I'm sorry. You were right. Donnie, thank you for the save. Here we go.
No problem.
What's going on, guys? I'm not even going to give you my name because by now you should know.
Ginger Ale.
I got an even better question.
Uh-oh.
That's just not better. It's just another one. Brandon. Who is he?
He is
I
a
think
mystery.
I've seen him once or twice, but I bet the average Sundown Audio fan has no idea.
That's
who he
right.
is.
I guess you're probably right,
Uh-huh.
Kendrell. Brandon actually used to be my guy that did all my customer interactions and tech support like way back in the day, like 10 years ago or more now.
Mm-hmm.
But Brandon is, we go way back. I've known Brandon since I was 17. We met on the job. I worked at a car dealership, basically sweeping the floor. And Brandon came in as a mechanic, and we started hanging out. And actually, he's the guy that got me into car audio. He sold me my first system, which was really ghetto. So let's talk about that.
There you go.
It was a Optimus Pro Series 12 and an MTX 5012 in the same box.
Hell yeah.
All high quality OSB. We had a Road Gear 250 on the Optimus and a Jensen 300 on the MTX.
And in your opinion, you thought it sounded amazing.
Oh, I thought it was freaking awesome, man. And then this is the best part. We ran 16 gauge speaker wire from the battery to the back with no fusing for power and ground.
Oh, no. It's horrible.
What?
16 gauge?
I just assumed Brandon knew what he was doing, so no, he did that.
Jesus Christ.
And after that melted a couple times, and I got my first 8 gauge.
Now we
you
know
go.
better.
And then I put fuses on it.
So let's tell folks who Brandon is now. Now, Brandon likes to remain somewhat of a mystery, so we don't have to go into too much details, but he's very important to this company.
Yeah, he's basically, I would say, the closest thing to like VP or Chief Operations Officer or something like that. So right now he like approves dealer apps, and he deals with a lot of big customers. He deals with the wholesale house for us.
Yep. He stays out of the limelight. That's why you guys don't know much about him.
Yeah. And I've actually we sent him on a road trip like around the country to like go meet dealers in person, and a lot of them really enjoyed that. Donnie's talked to some of them.
Yep.
And Brandon kind of administers the shop if somebody needs to get hired or fired, like Brandon's the guy, you know.
I think his official title was Chief Operations.
Chief Operations Officer, yeah.
And
So-
wasn't Brandon your first customer?
He was my first customer. Yeah, he sent me a money order for amps 6 months before I had anything in stock.
Nice.
Because we'd known each other so long, I told him I was starting the company. He's like, well, Jake, I think anything that you sell is going to be worth some money. I'm going to send you, I think it was $1,200. He's like, however much shit I can get for $1,200 when it comes in, you send it to me. I don't remember what it ended up being, but yeah, I actually hand wrote that invoice before I even had QuickBooks.
Nice.
Yeah. And but yeah, man, I ended up hiring him in 2008. So I started in 06, kind of did my own thing, still had another job at the time. Got out on my own in 08. Brandon had moved back up to Iowa for a couple years. Mm-hmm. He moved back down, and he just was like hanging out at the shop, like, and he was helping out, and he was just ended up being there all the time. And after a while, I was like, damn, I should probably like pay you or something, man. So that's pretty much how that worked out. And he was like my dude for a while. You know, he was the guy that answered the phones and did pretty much everything that I wasn't doing. And then we slowly, Thomas, you were the third guy, right?
I was right behind Brandon.
Thomas was the third guy, and then my mom, and then it all just cascaded from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a guy who goes way back, known him for half my life.
Sweet. Thomas, are you leaving after before the commercial?
Yeah, I gotta
Well,
actually
you
get out of here.
Say bye to the folks.
Where?
That
To the
camera
microphone,
Right there,
you just,
man.
like, say
no,
bye.
the other one, the one that's in front of Donnie.
Hey, who was your fan on?
Bye, everybody. Oh
Who-
my God.
Oh,
Who was your
man.
fan on YouTube? Thomas, what was the dude's name?
Jared something.
Yeah, man. You got a fan.
One
Cool.
fan, Thomas. All right, folks, it's commercial time.
Are you sick and tired of playing sloppy edits with squared off sine waves? Want a moment of clarity? Then sit back and relax and experience what it's like to get rustified. When it comes to transforming new hits and old classics into the best street bangers, ain't nobody got the sweet sounds of the 808 like Russ. With frequencies ranging from spleen-busting high-end to digging all the way down low into the subsonic abyss, Rusticals has what you need. Sundown After Dark has teamed up to give you an exclusive offer to save big on his iconic sound. So pull out your mobiles and browse your way over to www.djrusticals.com and pick up your preloaded DJ Rusticals Fire Stick USB today. Go ahead and save 10%. Use promo code AFTERDARK. That's www.djrusticals.com and use promo code AFTERDARK at checkout.
No, wait, hold on.
It's like a 10
Hold on, stop. Let's record and then come in and.
Oh, it's
bitch
recording
about-
right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have my headphones on.
No.
I hate trains, man. They piss me off.
Thomas is trying to leave, and the train. Yeah, and he's Thomas the train. So he came back in here like, what the fuck?
That train's gonna be a death of Thomas.
Yeah.
I hate working next to these tracks.
That carnivore candy, whatever the hell
That's
that
tasty.
came with.
Another thing, it's going like 4. It's going 4 miles. I can fucking run faster than this train is going right now.
You Thomas, you made me laugh so hard I just ashed my cigar on the table.
The carnivore candy, beef jerky, whatever the hell it's called, comes with a freaking floss pick. Look
Hell
at that
yeah!
shit.
I gotta, I'm gonna write them a great review on Amazon.
Yeah, tell them to watch the fucking podcast.
Down with the sickness.
So guys, you're gonna be all happy to hear this. I avoided a near disastrous experience.
What happened?
I went to the bathroom, but I remembered to wash my hands before I peed because I just had handled all this spicy ass beef jerky.
Oh.
I was about to pee and I was like, oh wait.
So here's the thing about that. They say, "Oh, don't touch your dick." Who the hell's touching the tip of their cock when they're trying to take a piss?
It doesn't matter if you touch any part of it if you got hot enough peppers on there.
I mean, it's just skin. It's not. You're not gonna feel it unless you're touching the tip. Oh, let me touch my pee string.
My pee string? What is a pee string?
Damn right. If you get a hot enough pepper on the other parts of your private areas, it's gonna hurt too.
Just slapping peppers on your penis.
I would not suggest doing that.
Rubbing. That's apparently that used to be a.
No. No, it
Okay,
wasn't.
never mind. All right, never mind. All right. So this segment of the podcast, I kind of wanted to talk about dealers. I know we have a bunch of dealers that watch this, and more every day.
I hope so.
So we appreciate you being a dealer, and we appreciate you watching the show.
Yeah, man, that's why we do the
Big
business
time.
the way we do it. We want to respect and help local retail establishments in car audio succeed.
Yeah, a lot of dealers say they like to watch the show because they want to see what's coming up. You know, what the future holds for a company that they sell for.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, we appreciate that. So anyway, I wanted to go through kind of like how to become a dealer and all that whole jazz. So we've had dealers for a long time. We've always been a dealer-based
since I started.
company. And as we've grown, so has our dealer base and the way in which we do business with dealers. So we have distributors and we have dealers. They're two totally separate things that we've got going on.
Yes.
For a while, we hesitated to do the whole distributor warehouse or wholesale thing.
Yep.
But we found we really needed to do it. It was
Yep.
easier to get the product out in the
Well,
market.
it worked out really well. You know, Wholesale House has a lot of existing customers that might have never heard of Sundown Audio.
Right.
You know.
So right now we've got 4 major dealers in the U.S. or distributors in the U.S. We've already said one of them. That's the Wholesale House. The Wholesale House handles Florida and Ohio.
Yep.
I thought it was Texas. Or no.
That's
Car audio.
They're
was-
next.
Yep. So Florida and Ohio, if you want to become a dealer in those states now and you haven't been grandfathered in from before, you have to go through the Wholesale House. Their pricing is the same as ours, and the warranty is the same as well. You
Correct.
actually, when it comes to warranty, you just go through us. So they honor our pricing. They keep a lot of stuff in stock.
A lot of stuff.
And-
We ship them, I believe Derek said 14 skids today.
Yeah, they buy a bunch of stuff from us. They try to keep as much in stock as they can. So anyway, for folks that want to be a dealer in Florida or Ohio, and you weren't a dealer, previous to 2016, you have to go through the Wholesale House.
Yep.
And they've got their dedicated sales guys that handle your account specifically. So you definitely need to check those folks out. Now, in the northern side, if you folks watched, I think it was
It was like the only show I wasn't on when Andy was
hold
here.
on, I actually got a question. Because I don't know.
Sure.
So people that aren't in Ohio or Florida, and can they just willingly be part of the Wholesale House team?
So yes, they can.
If they choose to do so, yes.
They can either go direct or they can go through the Wholesale House. A lot of people, the Wholesale House is a huge company, and they actually cater to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
A lot of folks actually already have an account with the Wholesale House. So
Okay.
they just say they still have to do the Sundown buy-in because there is a buy-in, just like if they were to.
We've actually
come
had
in with us.
dealers that used to deal direct with us that went to wholesale house because
Yep.
they're physically closer.
Yep.
So they might not be in
Shipping's
Ohio,
cheaper.
but they're like one state over.
Yeah, and shipping's cheaper. So if you're closer to Ohio or
Cheaper and faster.
Florida, yeah, God, I can't get it out. Shipping might be cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
He was going to say chipping might be cheaper, I think.
I was asking.
So the Northeast, we've got Andy Moonasser handling that for us. It's Vex Productions. He is literally smack in the middle of.
He was
New
on our
York.
first episode.
Second episode.
Second episode.
Second
Isn't
pilot.
it the only one that I wasn't on?
yeah.
You weren't on that one.
Yeah.
Andy
Nope.
sat here.
Yeah.
And it was great. We talked about midget strippers.
I wish I was on that.
I guess I ain't going anywhere.
Jesus Christ.
It's Thomas. It's Thomas.
There's a line of people sitting out next to those. That's like 10 cars. 4 of them turned around.
And if you go like 2 or 3 miles back that way, you can get around.
Do you know how to do that, Thomas? How to get around?
Yes, he does because I followed you that one day.
He wants to be on the podcast.
No,
See,
no,
he
no.
wants to- that's what it is.
Dude,
Is it backed up past our road? Is
Yeah.
it backed up past our road?
yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Dude, so it's been. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Have we
There's
not
the
been listening
squealing.
to this for
Yeah.
15,
Hey.
20 fucking minutes?
You need another beer
yeah.
or something?
Yeah, give me another beer.
All right. I don't. Oh, you were talking about Andy.
It's really squeaky out there.
Oh wow, they got them wheels a squeaking. Anyway, if you're in Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, that general
Hey, don't
vicinity,
forget Maryland, man. That's where I grew up.
Maryland.
I'm in
I'm just
Delaware.
saying that metropolitan big
Yeah.
city area. Check out Vex Productions. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him all over the place. If you call here, we'll give you his phone number.
Hey, Brian, you don't mind if I do a little segue for a second, do you?
do it.
So I mentioned Maryland because that's where I grew up.
All right.
I'm a business partner in a distillery that's starting in Maryland.
Yeah. Did we ever talk about that on the?
I don't
podcast?
think so. It's called
No.
H.J. Smith. My business partner, Ray, is handling the day-to-day operations. He's like a pharmacist and a chemist. He's been a customer of mine for over a decade.
Was a team guy.
Yeah, team guy, SPL competitor. Like he's in the same general vicinities like Terry Brox and those guys.
Yep.
Really great guy. He came to me with a business plan, and I knew that he was a smart guy. And he just gave me the pitch, and I was like, I'm in. So we've been working on it. I think it's been about 3 years now, and we're just about to start selling our single malt whiskey and our vodka.
So much red tape to go through just to get.
Oh, it was a
alcohol
lot of
made.
work. It was a lot of work. But yeah, Maryland, we're going to be selling H.J. Smith. If you see H.J. Smith at like a store or a bar anytime
Yeah.
the next year or so, I'm part of that.
And
It'll get you drunk.
It will.
it's actually liquor. It tastes damn good because I'm kind of picky on the flavors of
Yeah,
liquor.
yeah. My partner, Ray, has a lot of proprietary processes that he does, which I will not divulge.
Right.
And because he's very intelligent and he has experience in pharmacy, chemistry,
He's doing
all
shit
that.
that nobody else is doing.
He has like proprietary processes every step of the way. He actually designed our still, and the still
Right.
company made it his way. And then they were like, "Hey, this is really cool," and then they started selling it.
I hope he gets a kickback from that.
No, like he's not even worried about it. He's like, whatever, I just want to improve shit. He's kind of like me. If he makes the world a better place, he's cool with it.
I'm all about kickbacks. I'm that type of asshole.
But I'm really, really excited about it. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be amazing.
We like to drink here at Sundown Audio.
No.
No.
What you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Andy. So that area, if you want to become a dealer and you're in the Northeast, check out Andy Moonasser, which is Vex Productions. Then we've got Texas. Texas is car audio and wheels distribution. They're based out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They handle all of Texas for us now. So again, if you weren't grandfathered in from the beginning, any new dealers that want to be a dealer in Texas now have to go through car audio and
Yep.
wheels distribution.
Those guys do a great job
They
too.
do awesome folks. Really, Imran is the owner, and he's awesome to talk to. Very fast talker, actually.
Yeah, my mom usually talks to him. They have a good working business relationship.
Yeah. They keep a lot of stock over there. So
Yeah.
again, talk to those guys if you're in Texas, and then we've got
Tejas.
California, the West Coast area. We've got Wolfers Etc., who is our biggest online distributor dealer, but they also handle distribution to I'd say the lower half of
And mostly the
California.
LA region and around there.
Yeah. So that's how you can become a dealer through distributors. And if you just want to become a dealer in general, let's kind of go through that. If you're not in those areas we spoke about and you want to become a dealer direct with Sundown Audio, there is a buy-in. that buy-in is $2,000. Okay,
Very reasonable.
It's extremely reasonable. Now, not just, I mean, the buy-in's the last thing you have to worry about. First thing you got to worry about is you have to be a legit business.
Yep.
We're looking for a real storefront and install bay. We're looking for real car audio facilities. So that's the biggest thing. Next biggest thing is you can't be near any other dealers. Now, depending on the populace of the area will determine what that radius is. Generally, the radius is usually like 30 miles.
Yeah, people
or so.
ask us there's no fixed radius. Like generally what we like to do is we like to talk to the existing dealer in the area. If they're like, wow, I don't even know where that is, that's not going to interfere with my business at all. We might approve somebody a little closer.
Yep.
But we like to communicate with our existing dealers.
We've got dealer loyalty. We're not going to try to put somebody right in your backyard.
I want to do 2 shout outs to some dealers. First, I want to shout out to my very first brick and mortar store dealer.
Yeah.
Which is Bragg Pawn Shop in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Carell over there is the guy that I've always talked to. And I remember back in 2006, he signed up with me. And this is when, I didn't really have an official phone number, so I gave Paul my cell phone number. And he just works all the time, except I think Tuesdays he's off. He'd call me on Sunday or something. I would answer. I was like, hey, Paul, what's up? And he's like, hey, man, need 6 1500s. All right, later. And I'm like, yes, hell yeah. So those guys, first brick and mortar dealer, still on board. Great guys.
They buy a lot of stuff.
They do buy a lot of
They're
stuff.
in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
And I want to do one more shout out. I've actually personally dealt with this guy a little bit, Gary Davis, 405 Car Audio. He's a cool guy. He also sells fitness supplements. He's pretty ripped.
Nice.
Yeah. So look him up on Facebook, 405 Car Audio.
Yep. I have to get in touch with him about some fitness stuff because I'm still trying to lose
He sent
some
me
weight.
a shirt too, which I'm going to bring home, wash it, and I'm going to wear that sucker.
Oh, yeah, I saw that in your,
and a
your
sticker,
office.
too, right?
And a sticker, yeah.
Yeah,
I might put it on my office door or something. So if you're a dealer and you have a dealer sticker for your company, I'll put it on my office door.
Yeah, or you know what? We have a wall.
Hey, yeah, let's put it in here.
The wall that's right behind
that's
Jacob.
awesome.
I want to fill that thing up with dealers' decals.
Well, Gary
and
Davis is the first guy that sent me his decal that I'm aware of, so let's put it up there.
If you want to put it up there, we'll do that. Hell yeah. We'll start.
I hope he's watching. I'm gonna. If he
we need
comments,
more
I'm
shit
like,
on
yeah.
our walls. I'll send it to him.
Tag him.
Send us your swag.
Yeah. So anyway, you got to be a real, legit company with a real install bay and or showroom, stuff like that. We're looking for real car audio facilities. You can't be an asshole.
That is also true.
I'm straight up.
Not
no.
a tremendous asshole. Do not threaten to kill us.
Yeah. We've actually
That happened.
We will cut you. We
Not like with a knife. Like
No.
we'll cut you as a dealer.
Yeah, we'll cut you as a dealer.
Yeah.
We don't take your shit. Oh, you didn't get my product out next day? Sorry.
Yeah, like, if someone's upset with a reason, that's totally fine. Like, Donnie especially is very easy to deal with.
Well, my skin has hardened quite a bit since I
Oh,
started.
you'll get colder and colder.
Since I started, and I'm not obviously not going to name any names, but there are some people that are really push my buttons.
Oh yeah.
And
So don't be
just
pushy. We're really easy to get along with.
Yeah,
everybody.
we're gonna try to get everything done for you as quick as we possibly can.
Yeah, we just can't make miracles happen every day.
Without saying any names, can I say what that one person said?
Go for it.
That he would drink our blood from
drink the blood of the skulls of his enemies.
Yeah, from our hollowed out skulls.
Oh,
That's the
man.
same one that
you're
cussed out your mom.
Yeah, that's
isn't
the guy
it?
that cussed out my mom.
Yeah,
And,
that guy had.
and he sent me a big email,
issues.
and I got to give him credit where credit's due. I said, hey, man, that's my mom. And he actually called and apologized to her that time. But he was a repeat offender, and we don't really do business with him anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
And you have to do good work. We're not just going to make everybody a dealer. We actually vet our dealers. We look at pictures of where you
like
work.
if you're running power wire through the door jam, and we
Yeah.
see that, we don't want you burning down our customers' cars. So we're not going to allow that.
Yeah, because your work shows through, or our
Yeah.
we show through our
And
dealers'
this
work.
is the reason I like our business model. I like dealing with local retailers because your product is only as good as your install.
Yep.
You can have the world's best installer can make the worst equipment in the world seem pretty darn good, and the world's worst installer can make the world's best equipment seem like shit,
Yeah.
and that's just
Yeah.
a fact.
So with all that being said, if you're interested in becoming a Sundown dealer and you don't have anybody in your area, give us a shot.
And we appreciate you guys, and
Big
we're
time.
out there looking out for you, trying to make sure you guys can make a living margin and things like that.
And on that note, I want to do the dealer appreciation thing at least once a month. I want to see, for any dealer that's watching this show or listening to the show, message us through Facebook. Again, that's Sundown After Dark on Facebook.
I see so many cool people tag me and stuff, and it's like really cool stuff.
Yeah, we want to see your work. Shoot
Show us your wood.
Yeah.
Hey,
shoot us a message.
Speaking
through
of which,
Facebook.
maybe we could work ask Gary for something for the next episode, Gary Davis, because he just put 2 nightshades in his car, and he sent me a message. He's like, "Oh man, they sound so awesome." I'm like jamming them out and all that.
Yeah.
And he sent me some videos and stuff. We should like get them together.
Sweet. And here's the thing: since we can't really hear what it sounds like because we're not there, I want to see stuff that looks good. That we can show the people. So that's what we're looking for. Just some dealer appreciation. We want to show your work and show where you work.
You know where we have a lot of good stuff too?
Where is that?
Italy.
We do. It's Fabio Adamari.
Yeah, he does.
Man, I love Italy.
The Italians, I mean, I don't mean to stereotype anybody. I consider this positive. They're very cosmetic oriented, and their stuff looks really good. Like Lamborghinis, you think Lamborghinis, you think Italy.
Yeah.
And some of the installs I've seen over there, it just makes me think Lamborghini. I'm like, wow, look at that sucker.
So Fabio has been with us forever, and he is our distributor for the Italian market. So
he does some in the other European Union countries too now.
Slightly, yes. So when it comes to Europe, I'm the one who handles the international accounts. So
Bryan knows more about this.
There's always arguments because the countries aren't huge,
right?
They're like
Italy's
here.
smaller. You could fit most of Europe in Texas.
they're like states here in the U.S. So if one dealer is selling to one person, sometimes there's some clashing. So I have to make sure that they stay in their lanes.
Yeah, we do our best.
Anyway, and I'm actually dealing with that recently, so I need to talk to those motherfuckers. Anyway, anyway, the Italian market, Fabio handles that. He's been with us for a long time. So it's Fabio Adamari. A lot of huge Sundown fans.
I'm gonna keep talking a little bit too.
Where at in Italy?
He's kind of right in the center of Italy, right below Naples, I believe.
You know what I miss, man? I miss all the shit that Greg was doing in Russia.
Oh yeah.
But then it was sanctions and all this
Let's talk
crap.
a little bit about the.
We used to sell so much stuff to Russia. And then there was
didn't Putin's motorcycle have
no,
Sundown?
not his personal motorcycle, but I have a picture. It was Vladimir Putin in the front, and one of his buddies behind him had 2 SA-10s on his motorcycle.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
I have a picture of that on my computer. I thought that was really neat. And then one of my customers from Russia sent me a little Russian nesting doll with all the Russian leaders with the U.S. president, and there was a lady, and she wrote a nice note on there "Hey, Sundown Audio from Russia."
She was a lady, all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was. It's really cool. I like dealing with them. It's really neat, and they just do really good work over there, and and they just really care about what they're doing. And let's not forget Igor, man. Igor, I think, is Greg's lead installer, I believe. And I used to sign all of his stuff, man. But it's after the sanctions and all this stuff, it's just so much more difficult for us to do business there. But I think Greg's trying to ramp back up as much as he can.
Yeah, there was. We've been in a bit of a lull last 4 years with Russia. Our market,
Alphard.
They're a Russian-based company.
They basically, I don't want to say they took over our market because we weren't huge there, but we were pretty big. And then, shit hit the fan money wise.
We kind of fell out because of the sanctions and the currency
Alphard
devaluations.
took right over.
And
good
those
for
guys
them.
they're doing a great job over there. Let's not take anything away from them.
No. They're doing fantastic over there. And actually, speaking of Alphard, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I think their whole install bay that was attached to their shop
that is so
burned down.
Caught fire, yeah.
That's so bad.
If you guys have a way of supporting Alphard, if you're big Alphard fans, give them a hand somehow. I'm not sure if there's a GoFundMe or something.
I think they're okay financially.
A few of their vehicles actually got pretty
quite a few.
severely
They
damaged.
had-
and Robert Jagacki that was on our show not long ago. He runs a lot of Alphard stuff.
Yeah. That's who.
Wasn't he just here yesterday?
Yeah, I bought 2 more junk cars from him.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a junk card graveyard on
So
the
yeah,
land.
shout out to Alphard. They do some fantastic. They make some fantastic equipment out there in Russia. And sorry to hear
they're
that.
doing it big, man.
Yeah, sorry to hear that your big install bay burned down. But you know what? You can rebuild it and make it even bigger.
I'm
and
sure
better.
that they'll make it bigger and better. Those guys, they don't fuck around.
They
They're doing a good
are
job.
big and bad. That's what they do over there. Everything's
Russians are
over
all
the top.
tough.
Yep.
Our guy Greg over there is like a beast.
Yeah.
It looks like he could fight a bear and win.
He probably has. All right, so that's basically about dealers. Again, for the dealers, I want to see your work, and I want you to show it to us so we can show the fans. And again, the way to do that is to message me information about your shop, your install, pictures to the Sundown
I want
After
to add
Dark
one more
Facebook
thing.
page.
If you are a distributor of cardio products in Africa, I would like to sell products in Africa.
Here's the little thing about Africa, Jake. I've been dealing with Africa, been trying to deal with Africa for a while now.
I'm sure it's going to be complex.
South Africa has got a pretty big market.
You know,
Really, but not for us.
Northern Africa is actually an emerging market, like Nigeria and stuff like that. I'd really like to get somebody over there.
That would be cool. Again, I guess we need to look into that. But South Africa has been trying. We've got multiple people who have been trying to become a dealer with us for a while.
It's hard.
What happens is they place one order, and then they ghost on us. And what I'm finding out is their customs over there only allows them to import a certain dollar amount of product from America.
Right.
And then they get cut off. There's a cap.
Well, you'd be surprised though. Like I actually just read a book about like economic development and stuff like that, and Northern Africa is really taken off. Actually, there's a dude, and I wish I could remember a little bit better what country he's from, but he started off selling cement, and now he's building like a fertilizer factory.
You're talking about like the Middle Eastern style,
it's like the
Arab countries.
Well, the Northern Africa is there's a lot of Islam and stuff there, so it's But those countries are just really doing a great job economically these days.
That's cool.
Yep, and we've got dealers all over the damn place, but sometimes, and I've noticed this,
It's tricky.
It is tricky dealing with international. They'll do great for a while, and all of a sudden they'll fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And I guess what we're looking for are the bigger
Consistency.
Yeah, the bigger distributors that handle huge amounts all the time. I want to get into the bigger market of these countries because, in the beginning of things, we were just trying to get our product out there.
Yeah.
Dealing with smaller folks, but now I guess we need to start working on some bigger folks.
I still talk to my first customer in Europe at all, ever.
Which one was that?
Jerry Carlson in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
He's just a dude. He used to bring in some of my stuff and resell it like Nightshade V1 era.
Our Swedish distributor is a kick-ass guy. We actually brought him on a few months back. Actually, it's close to a year now.
I need to tell Jerry about that. He's going to be excited.
Yeah,
he used to send me pictures from Sweden, like there was like snow to above his roof. And he's like, "Well, I guess I'm working on the car today. I can't get outside."
Robin Lindgren out in Sweden handles Lev Entertainment. That's the name of the company. Lev Entertainment has been kicking ass with sales, by the way. And they handle not just Sweden, but now they handle Finland. Our Finnish dealer decided to go back to doing something else. So he handles Finland and a lot of those countries up in there. He actually handles some of Europe, like the other part of it too.
That's like B2 Audio stomping ground.
And he handles the cold countries. So
that's where Jay and B2 is from. Those guys are cool too.
Yep. So we really enjoyed it, guys. And Robin actually speaks English very well. I actually called him through Facebook video, and he actually talks perfect English. Actually, most Swedish people talk good English.
A lot of people that are just on the internet don't know like that we're pretty good friends with a lot of other company owners. Like Jay from B2 is like a really cool guy. He brought me some beers from Norway one time. He's super and then cool sometimes I bring my pillow on trips because I don't like a lot of hotel pillows, and I forgot it at a hotel at Slam one year. And I was like, oh, shit. And then Jay was staying in the same hotel. Like, we, hung out and talked and stuff. And he actually got it for me and shipped it to me.
That big-ass 10-pound pillow?
Yeah. So I was like, man, that's so awesome of him to do that for me.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Jay. Do you have something to say, Donnie?
No.
You looked like you were about to say something.
You met Jay, right?
I've met Jay. Yeah, we hung out at Slam.
I met Jay for the first time in person at Slamology. I've been talking to him for years.
Yeah, he's a pretty fit guy, man. He's really fit.
I just can't help but think about beer when I see him.
Man, those beers he brought me from Norway were so good.
Yeah. Or pastries.
Like we mentioned, the countries are small.
Sweet like Danish.
The countries are small so that he could just drive over to Norway and buy a beer. And, it's like driving to Charlotte from here.
Right.
You think EXO's new build's going to be B2?
I believe the Woofers will. I believe. I don't know what else.
I know, his last video, he had a B2 hat.
They make a lot of neat stuff too, and I like what they're doing because, again,
the new amps are kicking ass.
They just do their own thing. And actually, Jay, B2 is one of the few other companies that does all custom boards on everything.
Yeah.
And Jay actually has, I believe, if I recall correctly, he has an engineer in Germany that helps him with the board designs and stuff, and so he really knows what he's talking about. His guy over here in America, Andrew Showers, is really sharp. Talked to Andrew quite a bit. Andrew got a demo of Darren Schmalley's vehicle.
Yeah. He's cool.
Andrew's cool. We get to see him at the West Coast shows all the time.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
We hung out at the bread truck.
Yeah.
Hank's vehicle?
bread truck.
Yeah.
The last show. Yeah, it was really fun.
Hell yeah. All right, switching gears here. I wanted to talk about the RMA process, under warranty process, because a lot of folks have questions about how that's done here at Sundown.
I feel like we do a kick-ass job on this.
Yes. So here's the deal, folks. You do have a warranty on all your products. All the products that come from Sundown Audio, 2 years. Manufacturer defect warranty that covers anything that has to do with how the item is built, If something goes wrong, we handle it for you.
And you know what's really cool, Brian? What we started doing is we send everyone a label.
Yep.
And so if it's not your fault, it actually costs you $0.
Right.
No shipping, nothing. Even if it is your fault and you have to pay, we will pass on our shipping discount to you.
Yes.
Because I actually got really upset seeing like special people use the post office. They'd send me like an SA8 back, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy paid $50 to ship me an SA8. I can't.
That's
This is
ridiculous.
unacceptable. You know, so we could send him a label, and it would cost him less than half that.
Some people still do it though. Like I've noticed that.
I know.
Like some people like we send the label and they
We're
don't
not going
see
to talk
the label.
about those people.
It's just it's weird.
I don't know the reason, but I just felt like I wanted to do more for the customer. You know.
So here's how it works. If you need to send something back, whether it's for warranty or if you want us to rebuild it or if you want to trade it in, whatever the case may be, you have to go on our website. Actually, you know what? I'll pull it up and show you folks.
I've used the restroom really bad.
Go ahead and do that, Donnie.
I'm
You
sorry.
tinkle like a good little girl.
Hey,
All right.
Thomas, what you doing?
So sundownaudio.com
I
is
was
where
just
you go.
thinking.
You're going to go and click support. We'll do that here. You'll see these 6 boxes, and you want to click the box right here. It says RMA form, so we're going to click that real quick.
Yep.
But we're just needing some basic information. Your name, who you are, all that good stuff. How many items are you sending us? What it is that you're sending us. Maybe a description. We really need a description as to what's going on.
Yes.
And
Makes
then,
our life easier.
let's see here. There's a Dropbox for something. Where's it at? Here we go.
Upload file.
Return type. This is important. So folks that are sending it in for actual warranty, you're going to click this and click warranty. If it's a non-warranty recon, that means if you know you don't have a warranty and you just want us to rebuild something, you click that. Or if you think you want to do a trade-in, maybe you've got like a U series woofer, you want to trade up to an X series woofer, you click trade-in. That just kind of tells us what's going on.
And that's something a lot of people don't realize that we do. We have what's called our 5-year discount and replacement program.
Yep.
If any time within 5 years you blow up your product, even if it's 100% your fault, say you buy a 3,000 watt amp from us and you've had it for 4.5 years, and you blew it up, and you're like, oh man. So you fill yourself out an RMA form, you send that sucker in, and we'll offer you an upgrade to one of our newer products.
So let's say you have an SA8. So an SA8, we're going to charge you, I think it's like $75 for the replacement.
Something like that, yeah.
And if you are upgrading to the newer model, which would be like if you have a version 2, you want to go to a version 3, we'll charge you like an extra $25, $30, whatever it is.
Basically the difference in price that you would pay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to the trouble of reselling it and blah, 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 and all
Right.
that.
You get a brand new woofer for the 2-year warranty. Also, I wanted to note to dealers, it's very important because I see a lot of dealers do this wrong. And, well, where it says name, if you're an actual dealer, put your dealer, your company name there. Don't put your customer's name or your name.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Yeah, I want your personal or your sorry.
Oh wait, I have something to add. I know I just got back.
All right.
But don't put just like your first name, like just Paul. Like put your full name, please.
Well, here's the deal with that, and I was going to roll into that.
It's really annoying.
A lot of folks use the autofill, whether they're on their phone or on computer.
Oh, yeah.
They use autofill, and it won't fill in all the information. I want your first and last name. I want the dealer name.
It's so much faster that way.
You know, what state are you in? You know, all that stuff. And sometimes it fills it in wrong. So you got to be. It's important that you put the right information, and it makes it faster for us to handle your situation.
So once it gets here, the venerable Mike Jenkins takes a look at it.
No, he's supposed to be
a ghost.
Yeah, he's ghost. Nobody knows.
Nobody
who Mike
knows.
Is.
Oh.
Now everybody's gonna know who does our
Mike's
warranty.
all right.
We're going to have to beep out his name.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Do that.
I
Yeah.
can totally do that. Mike is, God damn, I said his name already. Our warranty person does not want to be known as to what he does here at Sundown.
Oh, okay.
He said he wants to be on the podcast, but he wants his face
Yeah,
to be
we're gonna-
blurred
we're
out.
gonna black
and
him out.
his voice.
We'll get him like a stormtrooper mask or something.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, maybe.
But he's like a big dude and he's covered in
No, he's
tattoos.
not.
You can
No,
spot
he's
him from
not.
any
No, he's
fucking
not.
where.
Yeah,
No,
but
he's
he
not.
just
He's
doesn't want to be
He's
known
nowhere.
by the public as
Yeah.
what he does here because he doesn't want people hitting him up. Hey, man, is this going to be warranty?
Yeah.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
And then right here it says upload file. That's only needed if you are sending something in for actual warranty purposes. If you don't have a computer or a way to upload your file, you just take your actual receipt, your proof of purchase, and put it in a box.
Preferably a copy of it so you still have the original.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, description. So you will fill this form out. It will go to our email system, and generally within 2 days, we will send you back 2 emails. One email from us stating that we've received it and what your RMA number is. And we want you to put that RMA number on the box. And the second one would be an email from FedEx that will give you the label that way you can ship it to us. And all you have to do is slap that bad boy in a box, go to your nearest FedEx location, and send it off to us.
Make sure you look like at the promotions, the junk folder too for the FedEx. Just search FedEx, and usually it comes up.
Like I
Like
said,
9
folks-
times out of 10. I think there was one weird instance. Remember that one?
There's a lot of weird instances.
Well, there was
Donnie.
one. Well, recently, since I've been in the office, there was one really strange. Never mind.
Nah.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, it's in there.
And
It
so
is in
we're
there.
actually like, we're pretty flexible with our RMA stuff as well. Like we like to take care of people, especially if a person is very nice and polite and things like
Or if
that.
they've been through some shit.
Yeah. So like,
We will help you.
preferably in the comment section. Don't write like "fuck you guys" or anything like that. You know.
We actually cater to honesty. If
Oh,
you've
yeah.
been
I love
honestly-
it. I love it. I had a guy years ago back when I still did RMAs, and he was like, "Hey man, I put 3,000 watts in this SA12. It was awesome, and I beat the shit out of it and caught on fire." You know, and I really took care of that guy.
Yeah, we cater to honesty. So
Absolutely.
anyway, if you want to send anything to us, that's how you do it. That's the actual process. Don't give us a call and be like, "Hey man, I need an RMA number." It's all done right through our website.
Yeah.
we have that done. We have it done like that
Yes.
on purpose. That way we have a paper
Yep.
trail.
When it's in writing, there's no he said, she said.
Yeah, exactly. And if you send something to us, you don't need to give us a call. Just wait for an email back. Once we receive it, it'll be inspected. It may take a couple days. It'll be inspected, and you will receive an email from us with whatever it is that we find.
Yes.
You know, with your options. You know.
And our nameless RMA guy does a very
Call him
good job.
Cthulhu.
That's too
The
complicated.
dude.
Cthulhu. Cthulhu will inspect your speakers.
So we don't have a whole lot more time left, but I wanted to, I guess, maybe point out.
You got as much time as you want, Brian. What time is it?
I don't even know, man.
Let's
You got a
just,
computer?
let's just go. Let's just go.
It is 6:23.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
We start it usually at what 5:15.
Something
Anyway,
like
so I got a drum set.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's been 13 years since I've sat down on a drum set and actually played.
that. Yeah.
And I know Donnie and Thomas know that was like me. When we were in high school, I was the dude. I
Even
drummed.
when you, still now, like when you drive places, you
Yeah.
like drum on your.
Right.
I
I'm
remember,
that crazy.
I remember when we were in high school, you had like fuzzy dice,
Mhm.
and you would like.
That was my symbol.
That was the symbol.
Yep, that was my symbol. So yeah, I'm that crazy guy. So you go down the road just drumming. Not my hands aren't even on the steering wheel.
Yeah, Megadeth. Kill the
King is
King.
dead.
I was
Yeah.
a metal drummer. So I sat for the first time ever. I went to Guitar Center, and I sat on a drum set, started playing, and it was one of the electronic ones because that's what I wanted to purchase. I suck. I don't have it in me. I don't know what the hell happened.
Used to be so good.
I used to be fucking awesome.
Used to be really good.
So I still have it in me. It's just the muscle memory, and I guess because I'm so used to drumming on a steering wheel now, everything's
Does
so
anyone
much
else
further
hear another
away.
train horn?
I remember like
I don't know, man.
back in the day, like when we were just like hanging out and
Yep.
jamming and stuff. You would like hear a song and then like
I could
you'd
play it.
immediately be able to play it. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what. It could be Alanis Morissette. And you'd be like
it's still like that. It's-
jagged little pill rocking it on, man.
in my head, it's still like that, and I can still do that. Just getting it through my hands and onto the drums now is a little different than it used to be. I'm very rusty, so I'm getting back into the swing of things. I don't know,
DJ
I don't want to talk
Russticals.
about my personal problems. I've got some things going on personally, and I just wanted to. I wanted to go back to my roots and
Yeah.
get a drum set and be like, this is me. This is who I am. I want to get back to my real hobby before I had responsibilities, and that was drumming. And I wanted to get back to that.
Sponsitilities.
Yeah. So, drumming it is, and now I'm going to get back on it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go good.
I'm just
Heck
going to, I'm throwing my Pandora on. I'm going to put a song on. Whatever comes on, I'm going to
Megadeth.
play it.
Megadeth,
Metallica, Lamb of God. I used to be able to play Lamb of God.
We need to go to the Megadeth show. The Megadeth's actually coming here in July.
They're always
Yeah.
expensive as shit, though.
It's like $40.
Is that with Metallica, I think?
No, it's with Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
My
they very rarely.
I want
play
to
with
see
Metallica.
3 bands play
Yeah,
in one segment.
is one of them Lamb of God?
Brian's like,
Lamb of
3
God.
bands.
We saw Lamb of God. Jake, me and you we drove to Atlanta to see.
Oh, that's why I want to see
I want to see
Slipknot.
Lamb of God.
saw
And we
Lamb of
saw
God.
all the fireworks, porn, and peaches on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Georgia.
Yeah.
I want to see Lamb of God. I want to see Gojira, who often will
Oh, yeah,
play
yeah.
with Lamb of God. They're very
Yes.
technical. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
the drummer. and a Metallica. I saw Metallica play many years ago.
Yeah.
I just want to see them play one more time before they decide to retire.
Yeah.
But those, if you get those three together, you're looking at least an easy $100 a ticket. And, you know, sometimes...
Got to use all that podcast money, man. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, people, support podcasts.
I want to go see.
tickets.
I want to go see Megadeth in July or whenever it is. I really want to go. I think we should all go. Make it like
cool.
a trip. Do the episode from the show.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
A live event.
Yeah, live event.
It's really loud, dude.
It's
Who
just going to be like
cares?
the whole time.
Yeah.
Who cares? Let's do it.
All right, folks. Did you three gentlemen have anything else to say to everybody?
Nah, man.
I don't think I have anything.
Kick ass. Well, again, folks, if you want to shoot us any questions, we've got two different ways. There's the phone number. That's
Jamaja.
252-969-005, or you can message us through Facebook at Sundown After Dark. Yes, Sundown After Dark.
.com.
See.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.